All right, you all ready for Freax? We got some fucking freaks, baby.
Oh, why'd you go and say that? Freax website was a mistake, yeah.
Okay, so a lot going on here. Do we want to lead with the Trump tweet? I think probably the right course of action to lead with the Trump tweet. Can someone pull up the Reddit thread, please? If I was a better streamer, I would have this already, but I don't. So, Trump tweeted at me. He said, at MBT Yu-Gi-Oh! I'll send you important election updates for North Carolina. Make sure you are ready to vote for Donald J. Trump on November 5th. Okay, so what's going on here? Well, Donald Trump did a tweet where if you liked it, it would generate an auto response from his real fucking account. And I was not going to miss this opportunity. So I did it. The post got really big, and it also generated from the geniuses at reddit.com. Donald Trump tagged MBT on Twitter. I do like the people in here being like, what does this have to do with Master Duel? Fuck you. I don't want to hear about it. All right. But I do like, there are some good ones here. A lot of them are just explaining that it's an auto response. And there's a lot of people who are doing a bit, which I appreciate. Let me see if I can scroll down a little bit. MBT has liked a Trump post. He liked a post to get election updates. It doesn't indicate that he endorses Trump. I don't know. I wish MBT just came out and gave us a little hint to his political leanings. The guy is airtight when it comes to politics. Still, liking that post is really making me think he's a Trumpy little guy. Very true. I have tried to, I've slipped in a little crypto here and there, but I am a based red-pilled Tradcath Groiper. And you can post that wherever it needs to be posted. And I did like every one of the comments is like, how is everyone missing the bit here? And here's Legal Rights goes, I like being able to find a viewer in the wild and identify them because they are committing to a bit. But here, let's scroll down. I think there's a couple that are like taking it seriously. Oh man. This is prime material for Twitter freaks. Here we are. Fuck, I'm gonna find it. The implications are staggering. That's good. Friend of the channel. God damn it. Did they get downvoted? The day of, it was like the highest ones were like speculating. No. I'm scrolling down a little bit. MBT likes Trump. Gives me more reasons not to fuck with him. I should probably stop using this sub. First off, correct. But second off... he's a secret Trump fan. I always thought he was super left-leaning. Whoa! On some Destiny level. Hold. Let's not go that far. But I guess I was wrong. Oh, man. If there is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Representative to attract new members of the community, the last person I would want is MBT. Bro is the biggest loser in the community, only ahead of the losers who like him. Pot. Okay, you got me. And then, of course, based at the bottom. Good stuff, everybody. They're not sending their best. They're really not sending their best. Okay, we already talked before Twitter Freaks about the completely dog-ass Rocky Horror Picture Show drama that I guarantee was manufactured in a CIA lab. But would you believe this was the second most annoying, completely manufactured gay drama this weekend? We have the Hanky code for low-key queers. All right. So this shit is a joke. How do people not get this is a joke? But the thing about putting a joke on twitter.com is there that you will post the joke and a lot of people will be like, I missed the joke. A lot of people will be like, yes, I missed the joke, but the fact that I thought it was real really says something about society. Probably the dumbest people online. And then there are some people that are like, I know this is a joke, but I also want it to be real. So let's look at some of these. Here we go. Pumpkin orange. Left pocket. I'll make you soup. Right pocket, I'll eat your soup. Pillowcase, left side, I want to make out and then be home by 10 p.m. Right side, let's leave now and go lounge in bed. Okay, this one on the left, make out and be home by 10 p.m. There, you don't need a pillowcase in your pants for that. You just need to be 30, okay? We all know clock's ticking, baby. If I'm gonna nut, it's gotta be early. I gotta put my CPAP on. I was recently informed about the meaning of the brown bandana I usually rock. And I was like, what? I want it to mean gardening party at my place on the right, fresh baked brownies on the left. Well, not too. Okay, so this is all a joke. Everyone here is joking. People did a day of discourse about this. They're like, oh, these Tumblr tender queers are ruining being gay. No, dude. These people on Twitter are ruining jokes. Come on. Oh, man. I got to get that picture that's like the satire requires a clarity of purpose, but it's the one that my favorite one of those is where they've edited the shirt to say, I don't really get jokes. Oh, let's find Poe and beat him to death. Unfortunately, there's no way to tell if it's true or not true because of Poe's law. Next up. Okay. Wait. Okay. This is so good. So you guys know Crumbl cookies.
Come with me.
Personally, I am not a Crumbl cookie fan. I understand the allure as an American. Crumbl, if you're unfamiliar or non-American, is a cookie joint where you can get a cookie that will kill you. So in America, we don't really have health care, and as a result, we had this big kind of outcry like 40 years ago about Dr. Kevorkian and assisted suicide, right? But we have finally figured a workaround, a la Roe v. Wade. You know, we found a weird mechanical way to figure out how to enshrine the right to end your life, and it is you go into a Crumbl cookie and you eat one cookie. If you've seen the stats on these cookies, these cap out at like 1,400 calories. For a cookie, you could eat a whole fistful of cookies. Like but we're Costco guys. We love the big cookie, and so Crumbl is massively successful in America. And apparently we ported it over to the second stupidest group of individuals on the planet. I'm speaking, of course, of Australians. So when I say we ported, I don't mean they opened a franchise. I mean some asshole got on a plane with several $1,000s of Crumbl cookies and sold them on the street. Let's just watch this.
Come with me to the Crumbl cookie pop-up in Sydney at Bondi. I was actually really sketched out because I found this through TikTok and Instagram, and it wasn't endorsed by Crumbl, but I went there anyway. It was actually this gas station, and oh my god, look at the line. There were so many people. We arrived 30 minutes before the pop-up, but there were still so many people in front of us. And because the line was so long and we were in front of a gas station, everyone was just staring at what was even going on. And then we got a jump scare because the girl who was taking our orders like showed us the menu, and it was $17.50 per cookie. And we were gonna get 3 until we saw the prices, so we were like, let's just get 2. And I think the cookies are so hyped up because there was like a little fight in the front of the line. I don't even know what was happening. We got them and go to part 2 for the taste test.
Fighting in line to buy a stale Crumbl cookie that's been on an airplane.
Crumbl, Sydney. A scam that I can't believe they're getting away with.
What do you mean they're getting away with? They're not getting away with anything. Someone stole them. It's so good, man. I love it. I only fight for chicken sandwiches. So here's the thing. I know I'm going to get some flack for being like, oh, it's stupid that they fought over the Crumbl cookies when Americans fought over the Popeyes chicken sandwich. You have to understand. The first wave of the Popeyes chicken sandwich really was that good. Like, we really didn't have a chicken sandwich analog, right? And like the closest thing people had was like the McChicken. That's where we were in terms of chicken sandwiches. Now we have a million chicken sandwiches. You can get chicken sandwich anywhere. God bless Popeyes for normalizing chicken sandwich behavior. But that first month, and I swear they changed it afterwards. I swear they were just making them as a loss leader because they were like, it'll generate headlines. They got so much worse when they re-released them, but that first time, Man, they really were so good. I remember Danny and I, we went down to the local Popeyes and there was a line out the fucking door. And we waited and we got one. And then the very next day they were like, we're never doing it again. And they were so fucking good. It was like, by the time we got it back, it'd been like 30 minutes. We were like, oh, it'll be cold and soggy. It was great. Ugh. The 2019 tins and Popeyes. If only we knew how good we had it. I would go back to 2019 and say, cherish this moment. I would not say that. I was in a terrible position then with work and everything. All right, before we get into the hell that is the ongoing political superstructure in America and the 45 million discourses that people on Twitter have thought to bring up this week, let's have a quick break. This is going to be a quick breather, and let me tell you, there's going to be a lot of breathing. Breathing in and out really fast because we're going to watch this aardvark sniffing a pumpkin. God, I love you. Can hear. He's so cute. Fucking hell. He's adorable. One of the best things about October is watching zoos give all the animals pumpkins. Like, the ones I really like watching are the hippos. I don't think he can get in there. I mean, pumpkin flesh is really rough. He's given up on it, but he's sniffing it. He's sniffing the hell out of it. He's trying to get in. He's getting little pieces off. Maybe slowly. But they give, like, hippos pumpkins, and they'll just crush them in 1 second. They go... and it's gone. They give elephants like watermelons and pumpkins, and they'll smash them beneath their feet and then pull out the guts and eat it. It's so cute. Show us the hippos. I don't think... I'll show it to you on a future episode. I don't have one queued up. Next up. All right. Here we go. Let's get into the hell of politics. This one's good. So if you guys missed it last Tuesday, after Twitter Freaks, by the way, after Twitter Freaks, they literally are trying to stealth Friday this shit. They don't want me reporting the truth to all of you. We had a debate. It was between J.D. Vance and Tim Walz, and I'm sorry, it was so fucking boring. The most, like, tit-for-tat, boring-ass debate I've ever seen in my entire life. I will say, J.D. Vance did some really fun things in terms of argumentation. There were, like, he's a thinker. He'll, like, when presented with a problem, he will almost always try and spin it as a positive, even if it is something that cannot be spun as a positive. So, like, they're talking about, like, you know, like climate change. And he's like, well, if we produce more CO2, you know, that's an export that we can send to nations that need CO2. He's like a genius. He's like, really, dude? I don't think that's how it works. It's very funny to watch. And to anyone who did like policy debate, it's just, he's like just trying to turn everything, which is really funny because it doesn't work in real life where like people have to buy what you're selling, but it was really funny. Anyway, my favorite part of the VP debate is people who were trying to still lie and say they were undecided. I don't know why, like, the New York Times is still getting tricked by this. Like people will be like, "Oh, I'm undecided. Give me some attention," and they'll put them on a panel, and it's like, come on, man. But I do like you get a little cross section of the stupidest Americans in the entire world, and here's one right here. I love this woman, Taylor, 29, PA. I lost my state health care after Biden became president because I make too much money. I was on state health care under Trump, making the same amount of money, and was never kicked off. I cannot afford health care. Something needs to be done. So if you're on a health care plan that is associated with how much money you're making, that's Medicaid, right? And Medicaid doesn't, year by year change that drastically in terms of how much you need to be making. But some people did some digging and they figured it out. And it was like, hold up, wait a minute. When she says she lost her health care under the Biden administration, it's because she turned 26. And in America, that's the age when you can no longer be on your parents' health insurance. So she was like, what the hell? I don't have health insurance anymore. It's like, yeah, that's how the linear passage of time goes. Sorry to hear that. But I'm not on healthcare anymore. What the fuck? It's very funny. Oh, man. All right, next up. Okay, the boy is back in the news. He's so good. He did so many good things this week. I love how returning to the VP debate for a second, there were like two really funny moments. There was when Walls said he was friends with school shooters. That was really funny. And the Vance one where he's like, the rules were you aren't going to fact check. That shit was really funny too. But mostly the two of them looked like normal people, like competent normal people. In what I can only assume is a 2028 bid. And I was like, oh God, tell me it's not going to be a month of this. It's not, folks. He's back.
He had actually written a letter to you after you'd been shot in Pennsylvania.
Okay.
Dear President Trump, watching you during the Butler rally and you getting back up, both my wife and I gave a sigh of relief as well as a few tears. I would be honored if you would accept this small token that I received as a young Marine in Vietnam. My wife and I both thought it appropriate. God bless you, your family, and the United States of America. Sincerely, Dwight. Dwight, where you at?
That's so cute. Up, 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 up. He's like, where'd he go? Oh, there he is. Okay.
Whoa. Looks like a check. It's a check. It's cash.
He's like, oh, boy.
For those of you who may not know, Dwight had given President Trump his Purple Heart.
That's right. That's right.
I couldn't think anybody more deserving of a Purple Heart.
Thank you very much.
You took it, you laid down there, you got back up, and the first words out of your mouth was fight, fight, fight. You didn't even have anything to shoot back at it.
Oh man, I love the boy. I love that he's so perfect. He's great. I will miss him. I will miss him for sure. But this was of course not the highlight of the Trump campaign this week. It was this shit. Okay, so friend of the channel Elon Musk has, I guess, officially endorsed Donald Trump. And I'm sorry. Why does he keep jumping? He keeps going to events, jumping, and making this face. Look at that. It is just not, it's not real. And listen, as a guy who's recently put on some weight, the number one trick as a dude who's got a little paunch is you can't be jumping around showing off your little paunch. You got to time your jumps very specifically. He's just jumping. And the best part of this one, look at Trump's fucking face, man. He's like, fuck. He's like, oh my God, I made a horrible mistake. Fuck, I should have let him on the goddamn stage. Oh shit. Oh my God. I love him. We love the boy here. And he got up there for the speech and he was like, and just so you guys know, I'm not MAGA. I'm dark MAGA. Which, like, what does that mean? I thought the dark thing was like Dark Brandon, and it was like a bunch of like 35-year-old DNC staffers pretending they know what a meme is. Was dark MAGA is like what? Like an 11-year-old groiper making like Stranger Things edits? Like what is he? I don't know. Dark MAGA is neo-Nazis. Oh, cool. Well, oh man. The other thing that Elon Musk did today is a voter outreach program that, again, I'm not a lawyer, rare emote time, but strikes me as pretty fucking illegal. He was like, hey, if you live in a swing state and you register someone in a swing state to vote, we'll send you $47. It's like, oh, I don't know if you're allowed to do that. It's good. It's good. It's probably kind of legal. I don't know. Bro looks like the nostalgia critic. He is a little Dougian in this for sure. All right. But don't worry. Not everyone in the Republican Party is like a fucking weird ass fraud. There are also some people who still have a good head on their shoulders, like Lindsey Graham. So this week, there was a devastating hurricane that annihilated North Carolina, parts of North Carolina. And so listen to his answer about FEMA funding, which has been caught up in some stupid political fight.
You can thank Donald Trump and Elon Musk for that. You know, I've been going all over South Carolina like most people. I hadn't slept much. But look what's going on in Israel. Our friends in Israel are surrounded by people that want to kill them, destroy them, a second Holocaust in the making. And Biden says be proportional. What is the proportional response to people who want to kill you and your family? They're running.
Like you can even hear the Fox News guy being like, "Oh my God."
The people who want to kill you and your family. They're running out of ammunition in Israel. We have to help our friends to keep the war over there from coming here.
I am so happy that he was like, so what about this unbelievable disaster? He's like, another 70 trillion to Israel. I mean, I don't know what to tell you, man. Another Green Goblin is attacking New York City. He's really doing it. He's actually doing it. Oh my God. Holy fuck. It's so good. I've been to North Carolina. It sucked. But listen, Israel it's really not working. Okay. Next up. Yes, they can control the weather. It's ridiculous for anyone to lie and say it can't be done. Okay, I don't know if you guys have seen this one. So the going concept, among the stupidest morons on the website is that it's so good. It's amazing. Is that Democrats have mastered geostrategic HARP technology and are using it somewhere in southern Mexico to generate and then aim hurricanes at Republican strongholds to kill as many people as possible. They just have a hurricane gun and they're firing it at Upper Florida over and over again until all the olds die. I think it is true. I will say, I do think it's true. Also, who's they here? I mean, like, come on. If you're talking about the Rothschilds, you are correct, but no, it's so good. There's a hurricane coming this week, which thank God I missed, by the way. Our flight was delayed not because of the hurricane, but because of like a medical issue of one of the passengers on board. And I was like, if we don't get out of here in the next 4 hours, like we are going to be here for another week. Like I don't know if you've seen, there's another hurricane brewing in the Gulf of Mexico, and it's like poised to be one of the most devastating hurricanes in our lifetime. Like it's right after one of the most devastating hurricanes in our lifetime. It's so fucking scary. And it's like during the Asheville stuff, a bunch of these fucking morons were on twitter.com saying stuff like FEMA is trying to do a land grab of Asheville territory. Like, the only way we can figure out how to do a land grab in America is firing a hurricane at you. FEMA is doing a land grab. Stay in your house and defend it. And, like, don't do that. Like, you got to get safe, dude. You will die from a parasite in floodwater. No. But it's gotten so bad that this upcoming hurricane, even the, like, freaks online are like, you got to go. Like, if you are in the path of this hurricane, time to go. Like, go get a hotel somewhere in Michigan, chill out for a week. There's just, I'm sorry, you know. Anyway, if any of you control the weather, just start firing those hurricanes. Just start blasting them. I want to see how bad it can get. Oh, my God. And, you know, don't worry. In case you need assistance, we will send another 90 trillion to Israel for sure. All right. Next up. Okay, we got to talk about fucking Uzumaki. Okay, so I was so excited for Uzumaki. I was one of those little fanboys. And that's because I like the story a lot. It was actually, there's a little Joseph lore, the first manga I ever read. I mean, I guess I had thumbed through like shitty ass Shonen Jumps at the library and been like, okay, these people are just bad at storytelling. It's just, you know, comic books, but over again. And, you know, they read the wrong way. But this was one of the first books I read where I was like, oh, there's really good stuff you can do in the medium. And so I was really excited for the anime. They said it was going to be 4 episodes. I was like, ooh, that's not very many, but it's a short story, you know, whatever. And the first episode came out last Sunday, and I'm sorry, it was pretty good. There was some stuff that I didn't love, but it was all right. I was like, that's a pretty good adaptation. Happy that it's coming out. The next one has been animated by a second, a completely different studio than the first one. And let's just watch it together.
Come back here! Hasadori!
Oh, man.
Stop right there!
I can't run any further.
Yoriko, you little twerp! How many times is it gonna take to beat some sense into you?
Oh. I don't know, man. I imagine I saw a tweet that like did its best to explain it, and the short of it is like this thing's been in development for half a decade. You would be like, how could this have happened? They had so much time. Sure, there were COVID delays, but then there were 3 years after COVID to make 4 episodes, like an hour total of animation. And unfortunately, it's the same as anything else, which is it languished in dev hell, and some freaks who are responsible for how things get made saw the budget for the first one and went, oh, we're not going to fund that. Can you do this at like a third of that price point? And that's how you end up with this. I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. I don't know about the third episode. I hope it's the same. I hope it's a different studio, but fucking hell. It's I would say it's the Democrats' fault for sure. Next up. Al Pacino confirms there's nothing there after we die. You're gone. Confirms. How did he find out? Well, that's pretty bleak, but, you know, I appreciate the certainty. Huh. Did he die and come back or something? Next up. Oh, I don't really want to do this one. In fact, I'm not going to do it. It's the Hamas made me detrans post. I literally can't do it. It's too bad. It's just mean. It's just very mean. Coward. No, I won't do it. No, I'm not going to do it. But we'll go to the next one. Okay. We got to get this guy on the pod. George Santos has had the second best week of his life. So here he is responding to Milo, another friend of the pod. How stupid do you have to be to believe I was ever actually homosexual? It's a weird thing to post. The response, darling, I can unpack this in various ways, but I'm just going to opt for silence. God, he's so good. Fuck! We gotta get him on Will. We have to get him on Will. He's so messy. Oh my God. He's perfect, dude. He's so good. Oh man. The Milo shit is so funny too. Rebecca said it. He has like a girlfriend now who is trans, but is like, I'm not trans for the purpose of the Milo relationship. It's a very strange situation. And I just appreciate that there's one Republican gay who's just a messy bitch who loves drama. Thank you, George. And if you want more from George, you can watch him on Fortnite Fridays.
Are we gonna do we get into the nuance of how America was founded? I mean,
yeah, there's a lot of discussion about that, or we tried to, but they're trying to ban discussion around that.
Nobody's trying to ban discussion about.
Yeah, in Florida, they wanted to not let you talk about like the Native Americans and stuff.
Wow, I actually feel bad that people actually think this. Ooh, hold on, the storm is coming. I gotta run. Are we gonna do we get?
Oh my God. Oh, the storm is coming. I gotta run. That's me when it turns out QAnon was real. Ooh, the storm is coming. I gotta run. Oh, have you seen the other clip? Do we have the other clip? Is this what's being linked to me right now? We do, yeah.
Kamala Harris not successful?
Well, she is, but she seems to repute everything about success or being rich or anything.
Did she not like overcome like harder odds being like a black woman in like New York that had to be like bused to like her school when like schools were like desegregated?
Well, first of all, that's not true, right? She wasn't around when segregation was a thing.
The storm, George!
What am I supposed to do?
You follow me, follow me, follow me. The storm's gonna hurt you, George. Is Kamala Harris not successful?
The storm, George! The storm! Oh my God, folks, he's kind of the best to ever do it.